Hello everybody, this is IcyNewYear and we are here today to look at the game Magicite. Now, as a precursor to this review, I want to point out that Magicite is in Steam Early Access, so there's active development going on, and yeah, there's a lot of things here that there still needs some stuff to, stuff needs to happen. For example, the logbook, none of these work except the stats. I'm really excited about what's planned here. I'm assuming this tracks recipes, enemies you've killed, skills you acquired. Really cool things. I'm excited about that. We'll get into that a little bit later. Going through the options menu, it's very simplistic, full screen. You can switch through resolutions, change audio volume, delete your data, and go back. And here's some information, actually. Magicite.game.com. Or wait. Like and follow, reddit.com/r/Magicite if you want to find more information on the game. This is a game made by Smash Games, and I have to say I've enjoyed my time with it so far. It is a multiplayer game. I sadly, because of lack of friends who own the game, have not played it multiplayer, but the concept of multiplayer in this game really excites me. So the game is very simplistic here. I guess simplistic is not the right word. As of yet, there's two unlockables, or two character classes I have. The peon has HP +1. Items purchased from the merchant are 25% cheaper, and you start with an axe and 2 random items. The noble has a higher luck and a higher HP. I'm going to assume that the luck does, for things found in chests, things like that. I'm not positive, though. And then there are several unlockable characters. Now, I haven't run upon a single quest yet. I've played a good bit of this game, and it's tough. It is a tough game. There appears to be up to 50 different titles. I don't have any of them. Once again, I'm not sure how much of this is stuff, like content I haven't run into yet, and how much of it is just, not yet in the game. You also have random stats, so your HP, your attack, your defense, and your dexterity and your magic. And pressing this button randomizes between them, and each person has 2 traits. So this chops down trees quicker, and hunger caps doubled. Mind soars faster, chops down tree quicker. Collect twice as many ingredients when gathering, +2 dexterity, and that's a pretty good set. I'm gonna go with that. And then there's this companions thing, which as of yet I haven't seen do anything. So we're going to jump into this. We got our character, and we're going to look through. So we got a bit of stone and a wooden plank. Not the greatest random starting items, but yeah. This is a roguelike with permadeath, and it's fairly unforgiving. It took me, 5, 6, 7 times to make it out of the first area. I can now pretty consistently make it out of the first area. Learning the recipes has helped a ton. And crafting is done just by shift-clicking 2 items together. This works pretty well. I have a couple slight issues with it, such as, when you have to craft the same item together, it's a little frustrating because you have to kind of move them to their own spot and then do it. Ow. And then shift click them. So it's a little click intensive in that point, but that's a very minor gripe. And up here you can see we have very little health. Our hunger bar, which goes down reasonably slowly and isn't too terribly hard to maintain. You do have a double jump. You can see that takes some of my dexterity when I double jump. And also I have a dash, which takes away I guess that's my stamina. I believe that's based on your dexterity. And we have a mana bar here, which we really can't access our mana yet. We need various items to do that. So far, I found 2 different staffs I can use. I don't know if there's more than that. There we go, we got a stone sword, so we'll start doing more damage. And I have a very distinct way I've been... Oh god, that was close. Going through this, and actually we can show off... We can get close to showing off some of the magic here. So let me... maybe not, I don't have any string. These bugs here, if you have a bug net, you can catch those. And if you have 2 of a like bug, they can be crafted into a gem. that can make a staff. I found a lightning staff, I believe, which the lightning staff just shoots a bolt of lightning around you and like up and down from you, which is really cool. And I found, ooh, these bees might end my life here. And I found a fireball staff, which shoots a fireball. Now, on a character like this, where I've only got 3 mana, or 4 mana, I guess, I wouldn't be focused too much on magic. But there we go, killed these bees. The leveling up is simple, it automatically does it, but once we hit a certain level, we're gonna get some really cool options, and we'll show this off when we get there. Apparently I got a stone great blade there, which can be used to make a great axe, which I don't believe I've ever been strong enough to use effectively. I've made it like once before, and it swung incredibly slowly. Diamondite. I have actually never had Diamondite before. And the game, like, each run's a little different, and I've been really enjoying that. I'm going to try to get to the end of this run so I can show, or the end of this level so I can show the village and such, because there's some really cool stuff there. Killing neutral enemies does give you a good bit of experience, and grinding up your level is incredibly important. There we go. So you do want to take the time to try and kill everything. These will hurt you if you hit them, and standing on them is not recommended. I know these, I kept thinking this would hurt me. I avoided them for the longest time, but no, they're just a cosmetic thing. For quite a while when I first started playing this game, because it is fairly lacking in instruction or tutorial, which is reasonably common for a, you know, beta or an early access game, I found. I didn't realize I could double jump, so I was stuck in a pit and had no clue what I was doing. Okay, this is what I was going to show off. So at the end of the level, you're given a choice of 3 doors. And in my experience, one of the doors will continue on the same basic level style, so more of this forest. And the other doors will take you to a harder zone, so this will be the snow zone. We're going to jump into that to show as much variety here as we can. And we leveled up, and we can choose 3 different skill paths here. This seems to be like an attacking path. These, they tend to be just straight aggressive moves, defensive moves, and these are like ranged attack moves. And these seem to be randomized when you get them. So let's grab this. Clairvoyance. For 10 seconds, you rapidly regain mana. Ah, I'm focused! So, that's a thing. Let's see, and between each level, you get a shop area. One odd thing about the shop area is you can freely kill everyone but shopkeepers, and it doesn't hurt you at all. We'll actually go ahead and buy a stone axe real quick. I just realized I am, like, completely stocked up on stuff. I don't know if there's any... I don't know what I can do with the roots, actually. There's quite a few things I actually have not figured out the recipes for yet. And taking the time to discover the recipes yourself is really cool, and I enjoyed that part of it pretty immensely. I did have to get some help, honestly, on some of them. But to cook meat, you use a fire starter. Makes a fire, you use all your meat, and it just, let's go ahead and pick that chicken up. Can I, oh, close the menu. And it cooks up the meat for you. Yeah, we'll go ahead and buy a better pick as well. Just throw this one away. As far as I can tell, the pick and axe, it's a durability thing when it comes to better ones. Smelting, unless there's something I haven't run across yet, can only be done in town. You just put your ores in there and it smelts them up. At first I thought that was going to charge me, but then I found it didn't. You can almost always find some free chicken in town, so it gets you a little bit of experience. I was going to show off. This guy here, the one walking where my cursor is, he's not a shopkeeper or anything, so I can just kill him and get a little bit of free gold. Which seems odd. The vial of poison, I actually don't know what this does. Okay, it just creates a large poisoned area. Okay, that's cool. So we're going to go ahead and go through and show off some of the other enemies. The level design is somewhat standardized as far, like, from what I've seen so far. And once again, I have yet to beat the game. I need to eat. So, whoa. So it is quite possible there's a lot of this I haven't seen yet. But there tends to be a couple different enemy styles, like a base enemy that you're going to run into a lot of. So far I think I've had a slime-esque enemy in each one. And then there tends to be some kind of trap. So in, the first level, or first, area, it was the... Ow. The trap was the giant rocks. I almost died there. In this area, it's these falling snowballs. And then the resources seem to get better as you go on. Like, you get more chance of getting ores from mining nodes. The trees remain the same. But yeah, that's the basics of it. Let's see if I have any... Okay, I have some spider webs, but not enough for what I need. I need 2 more spider webs, and I can start working towards showing off the magic. Which actually would be pretty decent on this character, since I have that rapidly regenerate mana thing. And this is a little bit of a tricky area. And I might be making this look kind of easy, even though I'm screwing up a lot. But it is actually incredibly difficult. So I broke my sword there. Let's go and toss that bone. We're going to make another sword real quick. There we go. Trying to remember, make sure I get this right. It took a while to get all these down. The crafting, I like it. It's a cool system. Ow. But it can be very frustrating until you get the hang of it and start remembering these all. I'm actually very close to death. Let's go ahead and chug a couple potions. There we go. Control-wise, it's very smooth, very responsive, and simple. WASD, space to jump. I don't believe it's customizable in any way, if I remember correctly. I didn't see any options to customize it. But WASD, space to jump, 1, 2, and 3 activate your abilities up there. And mouse swings and uses based on left and right. And the whole looking around is based on pointing the mouse. Scroll wheel changes what item you're on. The one thing I have to say about that is very difficult to get used to. And maybe this is because of the amount of time I spent playing Minecraft. But I keep pressing the number keys to try and change my item hotbars. Just because that's how I would do it in Minecraft. It's just a habit I need to break. But we're level 8. I believe it's every 5 levels. I think at level 10 I'll get my second ability. If I can make it to level 10. Which is a big if. Because I most likely, if this was a serious run, I'd be spending more time in the forest area. Kind of grinding up a little bit. There is a time limiter mechanic to each... Oh, that's a bow. I don't really want a bow. I should show off the bow mechanics at least, though. We'll throw away this. Oh, it's unstrung. Okay, there we go. We'll show off the bow mechanics real quick, if I can remember how to make... I think it's like that. There we go. To make some arrows. Bow mechanics are fairly simple. It just shoots where you point. I know the third path on skills, which is like kind of the ranger-esque path, has some really cool abilities with arrows. Like there's one where I would right-click on a spot, and it would form a... Like it would pop up this fire sprite there, and if I shot an arrow through the fire sprite, it would do double damage. So there's some really cool mechanics. Like one of them, another one from that path, it gave me a third jump, and it also, when I jumped, shot a giant arrow out my butt at the ground, which did damage. From the first path I've had, like, it's mainly just straight damaging abilities, like you throw a giant axe, and it does damage to anything it hits. I believe that was the one that did damage based on your total health. I can't remember if it was total, like, max health or remaining health, but I know it was linked into your health in some way. So we're going to throw away this raw chicken, so we can pick up this gold ore sometime. And, ooh, just walked right into that. Ooh, it was close. And here we can continue on another of the ice levels, or we can go on to the next, the swamps. The levels do seem to come in the same order, but they are randomized within themselves, so I've found some decent variety in the levels. They have kind of the same basic feel across the levels, but I have a stone blade here. What do I have this for? I guess I picked it up in a chest. But all in all, I need that diamondite. I don't need these shrooms. There are things I can make with them, but I don't really use the potions that much. A lot of stone. We need to make some more of these health potions. Get ourselves ready with that. Drop these chickens. And this firebug is actually the thing I was talking about, where we will eventually, if we get a second firebug, we'll be able to combine those firebugs and make a fire gem, which will make a fire staff, which we can turn into a fire staff. So I'm gonna go ahead and make myself an ironite sword real quick. So we'll make ourselves a sword hilt. And ourselves a ironite blade. There we go. Throw this one away. Grab that up. I don't really need the fire starter. They're fairly easy to come or make. So that looks like a good setup, and let's head on out. Okay, so we're gonna show off a little bit more here. I don't want to go too terribly deep, but just a bit more of the variation in the level design. And as I said, there are very active updates coming. I know there's a huge update coming later. I'll probably do another review after that update. And I guess it comes down to the question of, would I recommend picking this up? Now, it is Steam Early Access, so that's always a risk. Oh, cool, we got another skill here. We'll take one of the attack abilities. For 10 seconds, your attack's doubled. So I've kind of gotten some very useful but boring abilities, in that I don't get, like, active effects. They're just kind of, like... I'm not getting, like, abilities I can show off, like, oh, cool, look what happens when I press this button. It's more just very useful, this is now a buff I get. Go ahead and guzzle that down. Walk right into that attack. Cool. But okay, back to the would I recommend getting it. I know I have enjoyed it immensely in the state it's in, and that's without any friends playing it. I really am excited about multiplayer. I've read up on multiplayer in a bit, and one of the cool things about multiplayer is if you die in multiplayer, you don't immediately die. Your friends get a chance to resurrect you, and you only die when you die as a team. And I know you guys haven't seen the big enemies, so you're like, oh, well, this looks easy. First off, I've been playing a ton of this game. I'm making it look a lot easier than it is. So don't be fooled. The game is actually quite tough. And second, I have gotten lucky-ish in this run. Lucky in that, in a normal run, I'd be very excited about this. In this run, I want to show it off, so I'm not as excited. But there are some really big monsters. And if you spend too long in a stage, you get something attacking you called the Scourge. And those things just rip me up immediately. I kind of don't want to show those because I think it's a little spoilerific, and I want to leave some of that to surprise. So I'm going to attempt not to show the Scourge here, but what we can do... Oh, I forgot I spent that string on a bow. So I could show you guys the bow. Ow. And I actually have a very good chance of dying here. So I think what we're going to do is go ahead and jump through here. And just man mode through this. Boom. There we go. But now we're down to 4 health. Health management is a killer in this game. But yeah, if you're into roguelikes, especially this is one of those games that is a light roguelike. I haven't found any way to save the game at all, which is, I don't know, not bad. I've never felt compelled to be like, a run has never been so long that I've just been like, man, I wish I could stop this and come back later. So I feel completely fine if it is a, one sit down, play through until you're done, and then call it a day thing. Especially because it looks like there are unlocks across plays. Okay, so this is one I haven't seen before. I have 3 options to go here. So let's try this one. And this brings us to Deep Wild Forest. We do our normal thing here. And I'm actually just going to rush through here, ignore most of these shops. and just jump straight through to see where this brings us. Wow. Brings us back to a forest stage. I probably should have seen that coming. I haven't had this happen yet. I'm just gonna rush through. But all in all, I've enjoyed it immensely. If you're the kind of person who, you know, needs the maximum amount of content possible the second you get the game, I'd hold off on it till it's out of early access. But basically, I've enjoyed it. I think the developer deserves a lot of attention. It's a fun little, neat little title. Let's go ahead and toss out. We'll get rid of these sticks. Oops, there's so much crap here. Anytime. Oh, it despawned. Well, that was crappy. It's fun. It's really enjoyable, and I think that's the best I can say about it, you know? I'll be keeping my eye on it. I am really glad I have it. I know I'm going to be playing a lot more of it. Price-wise, it's currently $10 US on Steam. And as I said, it is early access, so always subject to change. I know the developer is very actively adding things. There we go, he died. And they'll push my corpse around a little. The developer is very actively adding things. There's a huge update actually coming very soon, which I'm really excited about, so you might expect another video on this soon. They have a 4-pack, I believe? Yeah, they have a 4-pack for $30, so you get basically buy 3, get 1 free. Server seems very quick. It's just, you know, host, add server, etc. And it seems that you can have up to 4 players. The 4-pack obviously set up for that. But yeah, that's the basics of it. All in all, I'd recommend it with the caveat that it is in early access. Not all the content is there, so keep that in mind if you do decide to pick it up. So let me know in the comments down below if you think you're going to be picking up this game, and if you are or not, let me know why. And remember to leave a like. If you're new around here, hit subscribe, and I will see you next time.